Welcome to another installment of the PineScript 101 series. When trading, it is common practice to define some key levels that could act as support or resistance for a certain period of time. In the previous segment, we learned how to set key levels using PineScript. In this segment, I'll now show you how to identify breaks of those key levels to the upside or downside so you can use them as potential triggers or targets in your trading strategies. Let's now move over to TradingView and dive in. First, we'll want to ensure that the key levels are sorted, as we will rely on the order from low to high to identify breaks when iterating through them. So, in our function to set the key levels, we're going to add an array.sort of those levels. And that should be it. Let's save. No errors. That's it. Let's now pseudocode the logic to achieve our goal. We'll first iterate through the key levels to identify the breaks to the upside and or downside. For each key level, we'll identify if the level is breached to the upside, which means that, for example, in that case, the bar open here will be less than the level, and the bar close will be more than the level. And to the downside, for example, here, the bar open will be more than the level, and the bar close would be less than the level. And we will save the results. Since we need to track the results, we'll first set our variables. Boolean values for break up, down, initialize to false. Number values for levels breached to the upside, downside, initialize to NA, aka null. So let's iterate for level in key levels. We identify for each level if the level is breached to the upside. So if open is less or equal to the level and the close is more than the level, the break has occurred. So break up equal true, and the level being breached to the upside would be equal to the level. And for the downside, it would be almost the same. However, the open would be more than the level, and the close would be less than the level. And the break down would be then equal to true, and the level down would be equal to the level. Let's save. No errors. Good. Let's now add some visual elements to show the breaks on the chart. So first, we set some colors. For breaks up as green, for breaks down as red. And then we'll plot the breaks up, down on the chart using the built-in function plot shape for break up and break down. As triangle up below the bar of color up, aka green, for break up, triangle down above the bar of color down for breakdown. And then we want to add a label to indicate the level being breached. So for break up, if break up, we'll want a text to be equal at, for example, break up at, so plus the string value of the level up with the format of 2 decimals. And then we'll use label.new in order to add the label to the chart. And basically, for breakdown, it will be almost the same. So let's copy paste what we had here. Let me get that. And there, and there. And what we need to do is just, okay, let's change the comment. So it's not if breakup, it's if breakdown. It would be text down. It would be breakdown. It would be not level up, but level down. And for the label, it will be above the bar. So above the bar. The label would be lower left. The text would be text down. Text color stays white, and the color up would be color down. And let's save and see the results. All right, looks good. We've got breakup at 518. Indeed, breakdown at 518 on that red candle. Looks good. Awesome. Let's now make sure that we have no unexpected behavior. For instance, how is it doing on multiple breaks? In the case of the upside, when that green candle is breaking 517 and 517.20, we are reporting the highest level being breached, which is good. However, to the downside, when we are breaching two levels, 518.34 and 518.17 in that case, we are reporting the highest level being breached. Not so good, because we would want the lowest level being breached, 518.17. So what's going on here? When we are identifying breaks down, we are going in order. So when we're identifying the first level being breached, we are setting the level. But if there is another level being breached, we are overriding the level with the highest level. So in that case, what we can do is add a condition if we have not found a level, so NA level down, we are setting the level down only in that case. That way, we'll keep the lowest level being breached. So let's save and see if that worked. Yes, now, in that case, we are indeed reporting 518.17 being the lowest level being breached. Awesome. Now, what about gaps between bars? Meaning the open of the bar does not match the close of the previous bar. So for example, in that case, we've got a green candle that closes at 517.85. However, our next candle is opening at 517.88. So in that case, how are we doing? So let's add 517.86. That is a value between the two. And in that case, we are not identifying the level being breached. So we need to solve for it, since gaps do occur often. So what we can do in our condition to identify the level being breached, in the case of open less than level, is still true. However, we should account also for the gap. So or the close of the previous bar, so 1, is less than the level. So let's save. And now our breakup is identified here. So we solve for it for the upside. Let's solve for it for the downsides. Open more than level, or the close of the previous bar is more than the level. Let's save, and that should be it. I hope you found value in learning how to identify breaks of key levels to the upside or downside using PineScript. Remember, trading is a journey, and mastering PineScript is just one step along the way. If you have any questions or suggestions for future topics, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.